Hi, I'm Tammy Johnson. I'm here to talk about your Kentucky Medicaid Nurse Aid Testing Procedure Manual and Study Guide. I'd like you to get it out and follow me along with these videos. I'm going to break them down into a couple of different videos. So first of all, I want you to write on the front of your book what I'll need to take my state test. You'll need to be in your uniform. You will need to have a picture ID, like a government ID or driver's license. Don't let it be expired. Social Security card in very good repair, not washed, not wrinkles. It's signed, the names match. All this information is in the back of this testing manual guide. And you will also need a second-hand watch, which you will need for your to practice your vital signs anyway. So that is the front. I want you to turn and look at the table of contents with me. So if you have that in front of you, here's the table of contents. It lists all 28 skills so that you'll at least know the names of them. So there's your 28 skills. It starts with skills on performance tests, starts with apply an adult brief, and goes all the way down to hand hygiene. That is page 2. Page 3 covers basic introduction, and you can read that. Page 4 is very important if you're taking this on your own and you need to schedule your own test, your state test. So that is on page 4. You just go to the area that you're closest to, call that number, and schedule your state test. So that's the testing sites, and they're continued on page 5. I really want to spend a few minutes on page 6. As you can see, I have a lot of information highlighted on page 6, starting with that there is 5 skills that you will be required to do at state, and 3 of them we don't know. 2 of them that's most commonly given almost every time is hand washing and your vital signs, your pulse, your respirations, and your blood pressure. Also, it's saying that if you have any type of disability and need some certain help with the test that day, that there is a procedure for that, we will provide latex-free gloves. You have to make a 70 or better on your skill test. Now, that means each skill is broke down into like its own individual test. So you have to make a 70. But if you miss any part of a skill that has an asterisk next to it, you will not pass. That is an automatic failure. So you could technically get an 80% on your written test, but end up not passing or failing because you missed a part of the critical steps. And we go through that on my videos and also when I go through these skills in the book. Then you also have to make a 70 on your written test. Out of 75 question test, it's 70%. So they're not all equal points because each question is worth a different point. So it's actually 52 points, like a raw average. There's some questions on the test that don't count at all. There may be just a survey question. So when you're taking your test, don't let that bother you if you come across a question that you've never seen, because more likely it's a survey question. This goes into the details if you're working in a nursing home, that you have 4 months to get your test results back, but you have 3 opportunities in 1 year. So you have 3 chances to take this test. If you fail the first time, you can go back again the second time and again the third time, all within 1 year. All that is listed in this information. If you fail your written but pass your skills, you only have to repeat the part that you failed. So if you fail your written and you go back, you don't have to do your skills. You just have to do the written. It goes into about some reimbursement issues. If you go to work at a nursing home, you might be able to be reimbursed for this class if you paid for it on your own. Page 7 is going over about records and how to do check your online verification to make sure, that you are really on the registry after you pass. Okay? You will not get your results for up to 30 days. I have seen them come back in 2 weeks, And I've seen them come back in 6 weeks because that's 30 business days. And on page 8 and 9 are task lists that you will learn while you're in class. And your instructor should have the task list with these marked and her or his initials on them. And if you ever need that, you can get that information for them. And then 10 and 11 just goes over tips for taking, and 12 for just over general tips for skills test taking. So you can read those two. There's a little bit of information. That's going to be the end of this video that stopped at page 13. We will pick up with some other pages in another video. Thank you.